doubles, singles for like 3 games. Like, that's crazy for 3 days or 2 days on the weekend. I couldn't do that personally.
He has an understanding of Smash.
Yeah, and then
that few in the world have.
Yeah.
Of let alone one game. He has that understanding for every iteration of the series. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented. For him, to be a top player at one game is so hard. But to be a high-level threat across so many different platforms, that takes a very, very unique individual.
Here we go. Let's go.
Game number 1 of Winners Finals underway. Bark the Shark Sanchez up against Cognitive Gaming's Wizzrobe. Now, Pikachu versus Yoshi. Why don't you lay down this matchup in a nutshell? Who has the advantages, and what are the tools we can expect to see in neutral?
Pikachu has a pretty good grab. So, all you're doing is just pretty much grabbing back throwing him and just running against him and just pretty much hit him with the tail. But Yoshi, man, he has those glitches though. Those really glitches where you cannot hit him.
Yeah, it's tools like the parry, as well as the double jump armor that Wizzrobe is going to use. I'm looking at this, and in general, I'm probably going to see Bark trying to make the initial approaches, whereas Wizzy will be setting up the walls, hoping to find those counter hits off of those parries. Generally how this matchup goes, at least whenever I see it. And Bark is actually deciding to take to the skies now. He doesn't want Wizzy to feel comfortable laying out a strict wall of bears. Instead, he wants him to try to come up and challenge there in an area where his double jump armor will not be nearly as efficient, especially if he's trying to poke with up airs.
Yeah, because if Yoshi's up on top, he's just going to beat you with his feet.
Verticality already playing a huge factor, but there's the double jump armor. It shreds right through the through the up tilt attempt. Beautiful job from Bark, though. That quick attack, not only is it good for recovery, it's great because of those invincibility frames that get you out of combos. Ooh, actually stealing the stock. Somehow in that sequence, Wizzrobe ended up using his double jump.
Just headbutting. Let's go. Let's do a little bit more approaching, boys.
Did you see that parry? That was insane.
Yeah. Ooh. They're really conservative. They're not really charging at each other that I thought.
Oh, multi-hit. And because he was consistently hitting at that shield, he actually
let's go for those combos, boys. Let's go.
Very clean. Trying to get at the top. We saw the stars actually from the nosedive being the reason why Bark couldn't get the punish.
Okay, I think Wizzy finally figured out a way how to get Pikachu on top. Yep, he has. And now he's just destroying them now. Oh, that's it.
Shutting down that part of Bark's game plan was so critical for Wizzrobe to be able to have the lead he currently has.
Yeah, Wizzy already breeding Bark right now.
And so fitting that the Master Hand music is in the background, because this is the final boss for Bark.
Yeah.
It really is. I don't know. I feel like he might have to use one of his continues, though, to be honest. He wants another chance. Great edge guard sequence, though, not falling for Wizzy's tricks. Getting one on the board.
Just keeping him off that ledge.
And now it's... just as I was going to say that Bark has abandoned the top platform, he goes and Wizzy is ready and prepped.
He's throwing those eggs, man. He's giving Pikachu a little protein. Oh,
beautiful parry. And I feel like Wizzy in that set parried more of the up tilts than he got hit.
Yeah. I thought Pikachu was going to do some work up on top, but Wizzy just read him like easy.
Very easy.
Oh, they're going to go again. Okay. I would have liked to see a Fox versus Yoshi, but...
A Fox versus Yoshi, man. Bark has a lot of characters. Do you think he has a Fox as well?
I believe so. These guys have been playing 64 for such a long time. I think they almost mastered every character, like Night Fox. That guy is just a genius.
Yeah, he's just a machine. I think that Bark was telling me that he likes he goes Pikachu first, and then Falcon, and then Yoshi for some obscure matchups. That's usually his go-to. Beautiful opening sequence, by the way, from Bark. And he did exactly what he needed to do.
First after a stop.
Like I said, taking out the double jump armor is so important. Bark shredding that apart. See, that's a moment where I feel like the grab might have been better. Oh, and the punishment off of that. That was literally off of a whiffed up smash.
I feel like he needs to do a little bit more grabbing with Pikachu.
Yeah, I'm definitely inclined to agree. Can't you parry the grabs as well, though?
Yes, you can. If you're fast enough, which I'm pretty sure Bark is. No.
Well, Wizzy is definitely fast enough to parry those.
Yeah. I mean, have you not seen his hands when playing 64? It's just crazy. It's just like a machine. He has so much muscle memory in his hands. I mean,
actually turning down the camera so we can get a glimpse of Wizzy's hands. It really is so methodical, like machine-esque. Like you're looking at it and it doesn't feel like you're looking like a person. It's like a cyborg created to just play Yoshi at an insane level. And Bark actually holding on to the lead here. I thought that off of the very strong punish that we saw from Wizzy, we'd see a repeat of the last game.
Yeah.
There, Wizzy doing a great job of utilizing the double jump armor, getting out of the potential combo starter from Bark. And Bark with a fantastic bait. He used his jump to coax Wizzy into finding him, fighting vertically.
There's that back air. I mean, that back air can just finish somebody if they're at like 90 or 100%.
I mean, speaking of back airs, Bark is definitely still holding on to this lead, but remember that Wizzy in particular has those amazing counterpunch options with the parry.
Yes.
And I've seen him just like off of one parry, all of a sudden spell someone's demise. Both players right now just trying to find the initial wall. That had to be a mistake. I cannot think that was an intentional grab. Spacing battle begins. This is the kind of position where it really is the stalemate.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like. It's like whenever you're just for the folks at home, it looks like they're just like using the same move over and over again. But in their mind, there's like so many calculations that are going on based around the previous interactions that have happened. We've seen Bark have some advantages whenever he's able to fight Wizzrobe in an air-to-air battle,
and using that back kick.
Yeah, such a high percent. The armor didn't really have much left in it.
I think this might be it for Wizzrobe, but let's see if he can pull it off. I mean, I've seen him do some crazy stuff before, so let's see.
It's certainly possible. I mean, we're getting closer to that 4-minute marker. And Bark, he just needs one more stock. Do you know what the record was at Gommel between these two? Was it 3-1? 3-0?
I'm not too sure.
I know that the folks in MDVA, the Baltimore boys, are definitely watching right now. Again, a very intense spacing battle. Bark will break the zone with that falling forward air.
Ooh. He's just thirsty for that back kick right now.
That error. It doesn't look like much because it was at such a high percent, but whenever you're this close, that sometimes could be the first domino that falls, that collapses the entire tower. Wizzy,
missed it.
He was literally a pixel away from making such an incredible recovery. I mean, it was insane.
All right, well, I guess we're getting to the bowling part now. 1-1 right now. Nobody's not changing. That's, man, they're Pikachu versus Yoshi again.
3, 2.
Slight glasses push from Wizzy. Now he's right into it. This is the walling style that we talked about with the back airs. He's just basically saying you cannot cross this point.
Yeah.
Please try to cross this point. I'll show you what happens. Bark has some answers of his own. I like that they're both using their defensive options in really smart ways. For a second there, I was like, when you get forward air that hard, right? The whole screen is just.
like the stream already knew it was already gonna happen.
It was bracing itself. And great by Bark. He's knowing when he can actually start challenging the recovery, right? He doesn't try to mess with it at these lower percents, but when it gets to around 90, you're seeing him constantly throw out the bears off stage. Rotating moves will be enough to break through that armor at the last second, but not enough time for Wizzy for Bark to follow up. This is such a close game. Have there been any major changes that Bark has made to allow these games to be so much closer?
I feel like he's really pacing himself. He's given him enough time to think and counter against Wizzy.
No, the pacing change is certainly noteworthy. Wizzy's gonna get that bear. He's gonna get that stock so clean.
Ooh, going for that grab.
Back here. That's a stock. Bark answering back without taking any damage. Despite the fact that he was at a deficit, you can tell that he's just still focused on a very simple game plan, right? He knows what his win conditions are in this match, and he's sticking to them, regardless of what the outcomes may be. Beautiful. The integration, man, that integration of the up air was so critical for that combo.
And I think this might be it for Pikachu. Yep.
That was such a fantastic punish. And now Bark's aerial approaches are not working as Wizzy is starting to implement the up tilts to catch him. Platform battles. It's almost interesting to see the slight changes where because Wizzy was playing a defensive style, Bark could slow the game down. And now he's starting to mix in some offense to make it so Bark no longer has tempo in this match. Oh, avoiding the nair and putting in a nair of his own. Making it within one stock, but against a player of Wizzy's caliber, man, this is such a tough order.
Right now.
Definitely a very tall order. Wizzrobe's punish game, one of the best in the business, especially from a Yoshi standpoint.
And actually, Motonoto's the guy that was before me. He actually taught Wizzy a couple of things too. Yeah.
Do you know what things they were?
Just shielding and stuff, and just a lot of good combos. I remember when 64 really got big online again. Like Wizzy and Fernando used to play Yoshi's matchups all the time, so if Wizzy learned from a very good person, that's stock.
2-1 now in favor of Wizzrobe. There's a lot for Bark to think about going into this next game.
Yeah, Wizzy's definitely thirsty for those stocks. I mean, he's definitely drinking up right now.
Yeah. To say the least. But you know, we talked about how important setting tempo was, right? And Wizzrobe with the slight changes really did swing how the match ended up being played out.
Yeah, they're at a fast tempo right now.
I'm surprised that, you know, I never really see Yoshi mains use the egg lay.
Yeah.
But I guess at times it's just about using all of those possible tools. Oh, beautiful DI though from Bark. That reverse ledge DI allows him to get the grab. Tried to go for the up smash, but it's too low of a percent to break Wizzy's armor. So much chip damage onto that shield. And again, a simple up air will close the first stock. Wizzrobe now 4 stocks away from going to Grand Finals. And he's looking pretty healthy, I will say. I will say. Oh, that was such a beautiful tech chase. He's able to control those
combos right there.
His control of the character is unparalleled.
Yeah.
It really is.
once Wizzy starts doing those combos, I mean, you're pretty much done. I mean, you might as well just drop the controller, call your mom, meet her out in front, and just pray to God nobody watches that gameplay.
It's like, hey, Mom, I'm holding that L right now.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel very good. And despite Bark having such a strong presence in this set for the last 2 games, this very well could be the last time he plays on the winner's side of this tournament.
Yeah.
The machine that Wizzrobe is. It started to complete the download on Bark the Shark, and now it's on Bark to figure out a way to corrupt the download. That parry
is already complete, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing that he can do about it.
Now, do you think that he intended to roll there? I mean, because he got the parry.
Yeah.
So I feel like he didn't mean to do the roll.
He's been missing those eggs, though. I'm surprised by Wizzy like that. He's usually good with aiming those eggs.
Yeah, I mean, even when he misses, it's almost like he limits you from choosing a particular option, right? Like, there are times when I look at him with the eggs and I feel like the hit is just a bonus.
Yeah, it's just his master plan that we just don't know about. It's like, yeah, I wanted you to go there, thanks.
Nice by Bark. Usually, it's best for Pikachu to use both their full recovery. Bark, by choosing to use just one quick attack, ended up making it so Wizzy was not prepared for the edge guard. Still closes out the stock regardless, but
Bark is going for the kill right now, but I don't think he might be able to do it right now.
Yeah, if he
still has some fight in him.
If he's too laser focused on the KO, there is the very real possibility that Wizzrobe will find the counter hits. Double jump armor, of course, is not going to be a factor at this high of a percent. From a counterpunch standpoint, anyways. But now at 0, again, Bark has to start from square one.
Building up that damage again.
So if you're playing as Pikachu, what's the key to this matchup?
I mean, personally, a lot of people don't know this, but I like just pressing A, just grab, hit him on the corner and just keep pressing A and just keep him off. I mean, a lot of people don't know about that, but Pikachu A is just really good. Just keep pounding it, and you can really mess up some people about that. And grab, of course.
Yeah, jab grabs. Definitely really, really good whenever you're playing catch like Pikachu. Bark beginning the fencing match again with the Bears. And again, like we said, this is the point where the armor, it absorbs the hit, but not nearly as efficiently as it did at these lower percents. Bark can close a stock out if he can get a grab into a bear. But Wizzy will not let him have it. Back air from Wizzy.
Go to A. Oh, nope.
Bark's gonna have another shot to survive.
And he's just adding that damage on it now.
Yeah, he was hoping to land on the stage for sure. Trades. Hoping to make it on.
Is he gonna be able to take that last stock from Wizzy?
It's really tough.
Pikachu's just hanging on. I have to give it to him.
Yeah, I don't think he can take another hit honestly from anything, except of course like Sour Spot on.
That's it.
It's like Sour Spot dash attack like.
I was waiting for something like really epic to happen, but
it is what it is.
I think he knew he couldn't.
So 3-1 from on that last game with Wizzy going to grand finals.